That feeling of just knowing a game is right for you when you first lay eyes on it is such a great feeling.
The thing that happens is you start to feel the excitement just build up.
I'm thinking about it all the time, even in my sleep.
Incluso a veces por una misma comunidad, te llegas a enamorar bastantísimo.
I play video games because I love stories.
Experiencing worlds that you can't experience as yourself.
I guess video games allow me to be what I can't. It's fiction, but it's not.
You come home, log onto your PC, and disappear into a different world.
I am a part of something bigger, a part of something beautiful.
As an autistic person, video games give me a place where I could be in a world that made sense to me.
I will tell you that all of my family play video games.
Me and my brothers, we would share the computer 1 hour at a time.
저는 제 와이프랑 게임을 가장 많이 해요.
I'm really enjoying playing video games with my dad.
My children.
My little sister. That connection between video games, allowing us to converse with each other, added a lot to our relationship.
Games like the World of Warcraft let me meet people that I probably never would have.
I can honestly say I met some of my best friends through playing games.
We have this connection that allows us to share our joys, to share our achievements, to share our growth together.
Every time I'm able to achieve something, I'm able to make myself proud.
Alguém pode mandar oi aí no chat só pra ver se tá funcionando?
Was one of my favorite memories.
I managed to find that one hidden pylon with my one Mutalisk.
We beat hardcore Inferno Diablo.
I'm also able to hit gold in competitive in Overwatch.
I had someone say, oh, I can't lose to a girl. And I beat that guy.
So I was able to slay this warlock as a little gnome holy priest, freaking out and screaming the whole time.
Adrenaline through my body was going crazy.
Pela caminhada ter sido tão prazerosa e
Quando
pela
chegar na parte
conquista
de
ter vindo.
Hearthstone,
A gente se
eu
sentiu muito, caramba, a gente conseguiu algo incrível aqui.
I killed the Lich King! I killed the Lich King!
当我夺冠的时候，现场的女性工作人员，包括有些男的工作人员，他们都哭了。
Many years ago, I was doing a quest in Terracar Forest, and a lovely little mage came up and said, "Would you like a hand?" They helped me for the rest of the day. We've been married now for over a decade.
Those video games filled a void. They filled the friendships that I didn't have. There isn't a huge LGBTQIA+ community in my city. So when I was able to play a video game, I was able to start talking with people who didn't really care that I was a gay male.
But video games were my escape. When I was a teenager, my dad was diagnosed with ALS, and I looked to video games as a way to escape from that sort of reality. Everything happens for a reason, and I'm just glad video games were there for me.
I'll never stop playing video games.
There's no way.
I imagine myself one day being an 80-year-old grandpa gamer.
Playing video games has shaped me.
Opa,
I don't
valeu,
think I would
Eduardo.
be who I am today.
My passion, my interest, my excitement, they belong.
Eu tô editando vídeo aqui enquanto eu assisto,
And because of that, I'm forever thankful.
fazendo a
And I can't
retransmissão
wait to
aí.
see what the next generation holds.
Só pra gente trocar uma ideia mesmo e ver o que vai vir de novidades aí de Hearthstone, né? Se vocês quiserem que eu aumente a tela de reprodução, eu aumento, porque aqui do lado dá pra ver a programação, né? Eu deixei aberto a programação. Se vocês quiserem, eu aumento a tela.
Welcome to BlizzCon Line, a celebration of 30 years of Blizzard communities and 30 years of Blizzard games. 30 years is so many years.
30 anos de Blizzard, mano.
And last year maybe felt like one of the longest of all. But throughout the years of Blizzard Entertainment, from 1991 to today, many of us can associate certain games with milestones in our lives. Maybe you were a little kid. the first time you played the Lost Vikings. Or in high school, when you first played a Diablo
Putz,
game.
deu uma travada aí, pessoal, desculpa.
Or maybe you met your partner while you were playing World of Warcraft. That's the awesome thing about video games. They give us experiences that are relevant to the times in our lives and experiences that we carry forward with us. Games are here for us during good times, and they're here for us even when we feel alone or maybe uncertain. Games are coming home, familiar, comfortable, with a connection and a sense of belonging. And while many of us spent most of 2020 in our actual real-life homes, games became even more of a place to get away, to be free from outside concerns, even if just for a little while. So, this is pretty weird. Usually, when we start BLIZZCON, the opening call is to my favorite Warcraft faction, the Alliance. Or my favorite faction, the Horde. I get confused. Usually, I'd be speaking to 40,000 of you in person at the Anaheim Convention Center and millions of you around the world. And usually, that would be a perfect way to celebrate. But nothing about the last year has been usual. The pandemic has been hard on everyone, and for many different reasons. But if there's one thing that the last year has taught us, it's that being apart physically doesn't stop us from moving forward. It doesn't stop us from connecting with our player friends around the world, diving in as warriors and heroes, and checking on each other as humans. It doesn't stop us from sharing our latest epic gaming story or celebrating those of others. Games continue to unite us. Now, to be honest, I wasn't sure how well Blizzard could work from home. There are thousands of people, all needing to work together, creating our universes, games, and experiences. Never has it felt more true that it takes a Blizzard to make a Blizzard game. And in 2020, it became clear that the magic of creating at Blizzard isn't just tied to a physical location. It's tied to the people who work here, and I continue to be so proud of each and every one of them. Thank you, Blizzard. We create these games and pour all of our energy and heart into them, but it is you, the Blizzard community, that brings them to life. And that's why BlizzCon Line is a celebration of you.
Nossa, que
the
top,
guild
mano.
leaders, healers, DPS, tanks, innkeepers, Zerg, Terran, Protoss, Blackwatch, Shimada, the heroes of Sanctuary and of the
Está agradecendo toda a comunidade.
These next few days are for you.
Está agradecendo a equipe de designer.
For World of Warcraft, we'll be showing you what's next.
Agora eles vão falar das novidades de Warcraft em Shadowlands. Gente, se vocês quiserem falar comigo, eu tô aqui. Espero que venha nova classe. Eu também, você viu? Surgiu alguma coisa aí, hein? Pode ser que tenha uma nova classe. Se vocês falarem comigo, eu respondo, tá? Por favor, falem comigo. Eu tô fazendo uma edição aqui, enquanto eu assisto aqui com vocês. Qualquer coisa, pergunta, dúvida, me fala aí que eu tô ouvindo aqui também.
In the Diablo Immortal Technical Alpha. I really enjoyed seeing players
Estão anunciando novos personagens para Diablo e single player.
Can't wait for more of you to get your hands on it. So, it's only the beginning of the year, and already there is so much to look forward to, even though we can't yet be together in person. The Overwatch League will be kicking things off in spring, and we'll be watching closely to see if the San Francisco Shock can continue their championship run. World of Warcraft esports is back with the Arena World Championship and Mythic Dungeon International already in full swing in Shadowlands. StarCraft 2 and and Warcraft 3 esports are going strong with our friends at the ESL Pro Tour. And qualifiers are already underway for the first online stop of the 2021 Hearthstone Masters Tour, with the first event taking place next month. But before we get too far ahead, let's take a look one last time. Twin times were a little simpler. In the early 1990s, the internet was a baby. CD sales had finally eclipsed cassette tapes. Cassette tape, it's a rectangle piece of plastic, and there's a tape inside, and music would get recorded on, and sometimes you needed a pencil to wind it and make it tight. I know, it sounds crazy. We were all playing video games on Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, DOS, or Mac PCs. I personally was a master of config sys and auto-exec bat. So many simple things in simple times. If only we could relive them.
Vai contar a história agora da Blizzard desde os seus primórdios até agora. Caramba, 30 anos, mano, é muito tempo, velho. Pra uma empresa de games assim, é muito tempo, cara, muito tempo. E, tipo, se a Blizz durou 30 anos, ela vai durar pelo menos 60, né? O dobro. Pessoal, ajuda nos like aí. Compartilha aí com seus amigos. Caramba, mano, Golden Axe. O áudio tá legal aí, vocês podem me falar se o áudio tá legal. Estão me ouvindo bem? Vou até diminuir meu áudio aqui. Diminuir o microfone. Dei uma diminuída no meu microfone agora.
The Blizzard Arcade Collection, featuring the Lost Vikings, Rock and Roll Racing, and Blackthorn. These are ports of the games just as you remember them, allowing you to relive the original experience of all three titles in 13 different languages, with a couple of quality of life upgrades.
Valeu, Rodrigo.
As an example, we include very modern, cutting-edge functionality that wasn't available in the early 90s, both saving and loading of games. And for those of you who purchased any Blizzard Digital Anniversary Bundle via Battle.net, you'll automatically receive the Blizzard Arcade Collection on PC today. Now, you ready to hear about some other video games? Let's hear what's next for World of Warcraft.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. No matter where you are, World of Warcraft unites us all. Whether you're exploring the Shadowlands, Classic Azeroth, or another part of the Blizzard universe, I'm glad you could make it, because we've got a lot of good stuff to show you. But first, let's start with some Covenant Pride. Kyrian, take flight. Night Fae, let the hunt begin. Necrolords, to war!
Necrolords.
Bintha, let's party. The world has thrown a lot at us since the last BlizzCon, and the thing that's really kept everyone going on the WoW team has been connecting with all of you. The bonds we forge with our guilds and family and friends in WoW are powerful and real. As WoW enters its 16th year and Blizzard celebrates its 30th anniversary, we're so grateful to have the most dedicated and friendly communities in gaming. Let's recap the events in Azeroth. In WoW Classic, we fought an endless battle for South Shore and Torren Mill. We banded together to open the gates of Ahn'Qiraj and joined forces to take down Kel'Thuzad in his floating citadel of Naxxramas. In Shadowlands, we helped our Covenant recover from the Anima drought, brought on by Sire Denathrius, Master of the Vinthier and traitor to the Pantheon of Death. We survived the halls of Torghast and crafted legendary gear in our efforts to expel Denathrius from his castle lair. But innocent souls are still wrongfully being sent to the Maw. They face an eternity of torment, and heroes like Anduin remain chained in its depths. The jailer continues to grow in power. He's preparing to break free from the Maw and complete his plan to unmake the entire Warcraft universe. And Sylvanas, you may be wondering what she's been up to all this time.
Eles ampliaram o universo de Warcraft e colocaram, acho que, mais umas criaturas diferenciadas aí.
Chains of Domination.
Olhe ao seu redor! Por que acha que não é só a arma que ele usará para alcançar os fins dele?
Chega! Junte-se a nós. Ou será forçado a nos servir.
Mano, eu já joguei esse jogo aí quando era o primeiro, antes do remaster.
Todo o poder.
Jogo top, viu?
Faça a sua escolha. Sylvana corre ventos.
Apesar dos nossos esforços, a Gorja continua crescendo. E se a traição de Denathrius for irreversível, o Prócer se foi, e o Bastião não tem como salvar as Terras Sombrias sozinho.
Nada disso deveria ter acontecido.
Será que a Rainha Invernal poderia...
Arconte, uma alma viva solicita uma audiência.
Um mortal?
Um rei. Ao que tudo indica, alguém que passou a vida em busca de justiça. Alguém que viveu em nome de seu povo. Alguém cujo coração é puro.
Pois bem, eu o receberei. Aproxime-se. Meus ascendidos me falaram de você. O rei aprisionado na Gorja.
Aquela prisão não iria me conter para sempre.
Porque veio ao Bastião.
Eu preciso da chave que você detém.
Você liberte esta alma das suas garras.
Não. Ele está preso a mim.
Assim como você tentou prender seu próprio irmão.
O Shooter ficou boladão do nada. Infernal.
Esse mortal me serviu muito bem. Restam 3 chaves. E depois todos verão que é impossível aguardar a morte.
A Gorja aguarda.
That is so intense. I know you probably have a lot of questions about what you just saw. and what it means for the next stage of your Shadowlands journey. Later today, my teammates Ian and Jeremy will be telling you more about Chains of Domination in our Shadowlands update. Please check out the World of Warcraft channel to find out more. Next, I'm excited to share our upcoming World of Warcraft charity pet program. We've heard a lot from our community about how much they love these pets and the opportunity to give to a good cause, along with ideas to make the program even better. So during this upcoming campaign, you'll be able to donate whatever amount you wish to directly support our chosen charity. Once donations reach our goal, everyone playing World of Warcraft will get a pet for their collection as a thank you, whether you were able to contribute personally or not. And to make this a fun challenge, if we reach a stretch goal, everyone gets a second pet too. And here they are. The first pet is Bananas.
Sim, sim.
Literally. He was originally
Vou
available
ficar
to a select
até
few
a
back in
parte do
Burning
Hearthstone,
Crusader,
mas se
so
tiver
we're
bastante
excited to
gente
give
na live eu
everyone
continuo,
a
mano.
chance to adopt him.
Depende de vocês.
And if we reach our stretch goal, you'll also get Daisy the Sloth. She's an all-new pet who'll hang around your neck when you need a hug. Your donations during this campaign will go to support the medical humanitarian organization Doctors Without Borders, also known by their French name, Médecins Sans Frontières, or MSF. They're an amazing group doing important work around the world. We're grateful to have such a generous community, and we hope you'll help support this worthy cause. We'll be sharing the details about the charity pet program on the World of Warcraft website soon. So we've talked quite a bit about Shadowlands. Classic players, now it's your turn. It's my pleasure to hand off to my teammate, Holly Longdale. She's a longtime WoW player, a veteran MMO developer, and she's going to tell us what's in store for WoW Classic.
Nossa, vai entrar na parte Hearthstone agora, hein? Ah não, Warcraft clássico.
First, I'd like to thank all of
É
you
8h20
who've
a
ever
parte
been
de
part of the WoW
Hearthstone.
community over the years. You know, online worlds like WoW have been a huge part of our lives for decades now. As a dedicated MMO fan and a developer myself, I remember hearing that Blizzard was going to be making their own MMO. And I thought, well, I guess I'll check out that beta. And sure, we all call the game WoW. But really, wow, I could not believe I got bit by the MMO bug again. I was so excited to be able to make a Night Elf Hunter and be like that famous Dark Elf Ranger from the books that I loved. I have to tell you, Azeroth was, and still is, a place I love to live. Since last year, I've had the great honor to work alongside the WoW Classic team to bring these nostalgic experiences back to life for longtime fans and a whole new generation of players. As a fan myself, I've had so much fun in WoW. From the simple things like drive-by buffing or making friends on that long haul from Teldrassil to Ironforge, all the way to the absolutely staggering, like when I jumped blindly through the Dark Portal and was running through Hellfire Peninsula, heard this terrifying noise, and then saw the Fell Reaver. Biggest roamer I had ever seen, and I was very glad I had feigned death in that moment. And that's the thing about WoW. These stories and experiences we all share keep us coming back time after time. With that said, I'm super excited to be able to share with you where our adventures are taking us next.
Isso é Warcraft clássico.
Você ousa entrar no meu reino?
Da hora de incluir novidades dentro do jogo. É uma nova história, velho. Só que o gráfico não tá muito melhor.
Aos forasteiros. Deixarei o mundo de vocês de cabeça para baixo.
Você não está preparado!
Burning Crusade.
Brings back so many memories, right? Like exploring the fungal forests of Zangarmarsh, or being awestruck at the chaotic magic alive in Netherstorm, the Draenei in Exodar, the Blood Elves in Silvermoon. I love playing them both. Do you choose to enlist the Aldor or the Scryers in your quest to fight the Legion? And of course, we can't forget gathering all your friends to fight Illidan at the top of the Black Temple. I can't wait to relive it all with you. Since the team first set out on their own quest to bring the original WoW back to life, we have learned a ton about what players are expecting from this kind of experience. We've also learned when to keep things just as they were, and where we all might be open to some changes. We're bringing all these lessons into Burning Crusade Classic, with our primary goal to bring back the same feeling you had when you faced the Fell Reaver for the first time,
Incluir o Caçador de Demônios no
when you
Warcraft
were digging
clássico.
through piles of Fellhound poop. Of course, we can't get this right without you, our
Vai poder
incredible
jogar com
community.
ele.
Soon, you'll be able to revisit Outland yourself when beta starts and tell us what you think. Later, all WoW Classic players are going to be presented with a meaningful choice for each one of your beloved characters. Do you want to move on into Burning Crusade Classic? Or do you want to stay in the original Classic era forever? Whatever you decide, you can do it all with your one WoW subscription. Now, I know I've thrown a lot at you, but don't worry. We'll be getting into the details in our panel later today. So stick with us. We'll make sure you are prepared. And now we're going to hear what's coming up in Hearthstone.
Agora Hearthstone.
Greetings. We're truly excited to share with you everything that's coming to Hearthstone this year. But first,
Botaram bem ali para falar de
at the
Hearthstone.
year of the Phoenix. We added our first new class, the Demon Hunter, and ventured into the ruthless Outlands. Then we went to Skullman's Academy and got to explore dual class cards and their powerful synergies.
Tá relembrando as
And with our third
expansões.
expansion of the year, we brought you Hearthstone's biggest update ever, alongside the menacing old gods in Madness at the Dark Moon Fair. We launched a brand new game mode, Duels, that saw more than 10 million matches on its first day. We also introduced our long-awaited achievement system and made a significant overhaul to the rewards and progression within the game. Now, it's time to say farewell to the Year of the Phoenix and see what's in store for Hearthstone this year. Welcome to the Year of the Griffin. Over the last couple of years, we've made big changes to Hearthstone. Throughout the Year of the Griffin, we want to keep delivering
Ano
fun,
do Grifo,
new
mano.
experiences and make sure that the tens of millions of you playing Hearthstone are always
Pensei que ia ser o ano
excited to
do
log
boi,
in.
fui trollado.
First up, we'll be giving the standard format its biggest shake-up ever, with the launch of the Core Set later this year. The Core Set replaces the old Basic and Classic sets with a collection of 235 cards made up of some of the best from throughout the years, as well as 29 awesome brand new cards. And the best thing about the Core Set
Vai ter revelação
is
de
that
cards,
it's
hein?
entirely free. So, there's never been a better time to get into Hearthstone. Here are 3 of Hearthstone's legendary dragons, reimagined to feel more up-to-date and competitive for modern-day Hearthstone. Ysera the Dreamer, You'll
Zero
finally
dos
receive her
sonhos.
full arsenal of dream cards right away. She's a nightmare for your opponents.
Malygos.
the Spellweaver. He'll fill your hand with spells and is a powerful
Compra
game
feitiço até sua mão ficar cheia.
of the aspect of magic. And finally, everyone's favorite black dragon, Deathwing. He's still as destructive as ever, but timed correctly, he won't leave you
Destrói todos
empty-handed.
os lacaios e você descarta a carta para cada lacaio.
Brand new format, Classic, where you can play Hearthstone as it was
Formato
when it
clássico.
first launched. The Classic format will be fully supported, complete with ranks and rewards using Hearthstone's original set of cards. So,
Uma das cartas que vão
if
ficar
you want to
originais do
relive the
Hearthstone
old school
em formato
experience,
clássico.
then Classic is the place for you. With Classic revisiting the past, now let's take a look to the future and explore the first expansion of the year of the Griffin.
Para herói da Horda, todas as estradas levam à encruzilhada. Você veio em busca de aventura. No entanto, os sertões querem destroçar você. Seu machado tem que estar afiado. Sua astúcia precisa estar de prontidão. E o seu coração precisa conter poder. Força e honra. É isso que nós somos.
Sertões, mano! Forjado nos sertões. A encruzilhada, muito top,
That's
velho.
right. We're headed to one of Warcraft's most iconic locales, the Barrens, and we'll come face to face with the heroes that inhabit it. Starting with one of the Horde's most iconic and well-known characters, a fierce loyalist, one-time war chief that embodies the honor, loyalty, and spirituality of the Horde, Shadowhunter Vol'jin. Shadowhunter Vol'jin is a neutral legendary that allows you to either bolster your own board or weaken that of your opponents. And to celebrate the
Escolhe
announcement forged in the
lacaio,
Barrens,
troca
this card
o
is
lacaio com
available
o
for
lacaio da
free
sua mão.
for everyone later today. So log into Hearthstone and claim your free copy of Shadowhunter Vol'jin.
Depois eu vou fazer a análise, pessoal, dessas cartas.
We're also giving away
Caraca,
a brand
velho,
new
que verso
30
top,
years of
mano.
Blizzard card back.
Que verso bonito, velho.
Next, we have another hero of the Horde who is making his first appearance in Hearthstone. The legendary Blade Master, Samuro, featuring the new keyword, Frenzy.
Frenzy, a nova
Frenzy activates
palavra-chave.
the first time a minion takes damage and survives. In Samuro's case, this can be used to clear your opponent's
Mano, que
Heroes
apelação
of the
isso
Horde,
aqui,
like
velho.
Samuro, are famous for their combat
Caralho,
prowess.
velho.
But others, like Thrall, are
Muito
known for their
quebrada essa
powerful
habilidade, velho.
element
Frenzy.
magic. Take a look at this new shaman spell, Chain Lightning. Chain Lightning is a spell in a new cycle of cards that rank up and become more powerful when you have 5 and 10 mana, ensuring that they're always useful at every stage in the game. You'll also notice that they're categorized as nature spells. With Forged in the Barrens,
Top demais,
we'll be
mano.
permanently introducing
Vai ter
spell
spells agora
across
que
the
são
entire game,
naturais.
which enables a whole host of exciting
Quando você tem 10
new
manas,
strategies.
ela faz uma coisa
And
diferente.
don't worry, members of the Alliance will be featuring some of your most beloved heroes and locales later this year.
Depois eu vou fazer live lá na
What I
site
love most
roxo.
about the Warcraft universe is its
Quando
amazing
acabar aqui.
characters. And our final announcement is our most ambitious addition to Hearthstone yet. It introduces a brand new way to play with your favorite heroes. Hearthstone Mercenaries. Mercenaries features strategic RPG gameplay, where you build teams consisting of some of the most iconic heroes and villains from the Warcraft universe, including timeless characters like the infamous Sylvanas Windrunner, and Ragnaros, the elemental lord of fire. You can also expect to see some of Hearthstone's fan favorites, like the unstoppable Devilsaur, King Crush, and the ever-growing Gruul the Dragon Slayer. You'll lead them in battle through highly replayable roguelike missions, where the map is randomly generated every time you play, and each node represents a unique challenge for your team to take on.
Nossa, que legal, o
heroes
mapa das
gain levels,
missões.
new abilities, equipment, and can even evolve into more powerful versions of themselves. We're thrilled to finally show you Hearthstone Mercenaries. It is scheduled to launch later this year, and we'll have more to share with you down the road. Everything you've seen today is just a taste of what's coming in the Year of the Griffin. So don't forget to tune in to our deep dive panel after the opening ceremony, where we'll share more details on the core set, the new classic format, Forged in the Barrens, and our plans for Battlegrounds and Duels, as well as our upcoming single-player content. I want to thank the team for their amazing work. And on behalf of all of us at Hearthstone, we want to thank the many millions of you who play our game. Your dedication and support is what drives us to make awesome updates and pursue ambitious and fun ideas. We can't wait to kick off the Year of the Griffin with all of you, and we hope to see you in the game soon. Next up, you'll get an update on all things Diablo.
Caramba, mano, depois eu vou fazer um vídeo analisando essas cartas novas aí. Nossa, aquela habilidade lá, mano, é muito quebrada, velho. Gostou, Rodrigo?
Hey everyone, thank you very much for joining us. I am so excited to kick off the Diablo segment of our show, and I am honored to be here on behalf of all of our Diablo teams to share the news and updates we have in store for you today. We've got a lot of Diablo to cover, and I hope you'll agree with me that it's a great time to be a member of this community. All right, let's kick things off with Diablo 4. We first shared our game with you during BLIZZCON of 2019, and we've been truly humbled by your response. We've kept in touch through quarterly updates and sincerely appreciate the thoughts and valuable feedback you've provided as we unveil more and more of the game and share in its development. After all, Diablo belongs to you as much as it belongs to us. Most recently, we teased an update to our campfire screen, and savvy fans, of course, understood that we meant more than just the character lighting and fire visual effects. That's right. Today, we're happy to announce a brave new soul joining the barbarian, the sorcerer, and the druid on this dangerous journey back to Sanctuary. A class is
Gostei sim, mas pensei que viria uma nova classe também, mas tá bom. Ah, por enquanto tá bom, né, mano? Eles podem lançar uma nova classe, sabe quando? No final do ano, pra iniciar, tipo, 2022 com uma nova classe. Porque, tipo, tem alguma coisa aí ainda.
Saiba que estão sendo ouvidas. A justiça na luz.
Diablo é um jogo da hora, hein, mano? Só não jogo porque é muito jogo.
Agora, reze comigo. Que a Karate seja meu guia e protetor.
Que a Karate seja meu guia e protetor.
Que ele seja o pastor da minha
Muito jogo pra jogar, né?
Que ele seja o pastor da minha alma.
E me conceda misericórdia.
E me conceda misericórdia.
O que está fazendo aqui? Agora não é o momento.
Mas é hora da confissão. E eu pequei. Eu era uma ladra que roubava dos mais afortunados. Me afastei da sua luz e encontrei meu ofício nas sombras. Disse dizem que é assassinato. Mas eu chamo de trabalho bem feito.
Pare! Chega!
Sou uma ladra, uma herege, uma assassina, padre. A Karate vai me salvar?
Você zomba da luz. Mas esses monstros eram uma praga assolando meu rebanho. E você foi a resposta de tantas preces.
Então estamos de acordo. E você está em dívida comigo.
O nome que você procura é... Graças aos céus, temos você.
Céus. Eu garanto, padre. Não foram os céus que me mandaram.
Diablo lembra muito um jogo de PlayStation 2. Eu jogava muito com meus amigos, mano. Champion, Return to Arms. Não sei se vocês já jogaram. Mas, cara, é um jogo excelente, assim, que tem várias classes. Aí você vai lutando e passando as fases. Diablo é mais ou menos isso, né? Um gráfico impecável. Eu acho que tem versão multijogador também no Diablo. Aí você consegue jogar com outras pessoas. Acho que dá pra jogar até 4 pessoas. Não sei, né? Mas o Champion dava pra jogar 4 pessoas, mano. Era excelente.
The sound of that ear getting pierced by the hook is so brutal. I feel like it's gonna haunt me for a long time. I've been a huge fan of the Rogue ever since the original Diablo. Even seeing them come back as NPCs and mercenaries in Diablo 2's Rogue Encampment served as a great bridge between the games. With the setting of Diablo 4 being a larger world than we've ever played in before, we're excited to show you not just what the successors to the original rogues in the series have been up to since the fall of their order, but also what some of the other rogues in the world of Sanctuary might look like. The mantra for Diablo 4 has been customization first, and the rogue takes this to a whole new
Diablo ganhou uma nova
From
classe
the
em Hearthstone,
beginning,
não.
the rogue has been an incredibly flexible class, able to adapt to any situation. Our goal is to let you create the kind of rogue that you want to play. Whether it's an unrivaled archer modeled after the original Sisterhood, or a cloak and dagger rogue from the darkest alleys of Chaldeum, in Diablo 4, you will have the freedom to create the rogue that you imagine by customizing the looks, the background, and the playstyle of your character. Please stick around for our segment later today, where I'll be joined by other members of the Diablo 4 team to share a closer look at the rogue class, as well as some of the open world gameplay that we're bringing to the game. Spoilers, those severed ears are not just for show. But Diablo 4 is not the only Diablo game we're talking about today.
Bom, vou encerrar a live por aqui, pessoal. Quem acompanhou, muito obrigado. A gente teve muita novidade interessante em Hearthstone. Posteriormente eu vou fazer um vídeo falando dessas cartas de análise com um convidado especial. Beleza? Muito obrigado e até a próxima.
Bridging the gap between the events of Diablo 2 and Diablo 3. Later today, you can join the Immortal team, where they'll talk about some of the things they've learned from their